If you're a Capricorn, you're in luck, or maybe out of luck, depending on your current career path. Because today, we're exposing the 5 worst jobs for the Capricorn Zodiac sign. Now, before we get started, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the notification bell so you don't miss our next deep dive into the cosmos of career. Capricorns, you are the architects of the zodiac. You're known for your incredible discipline, your unwavering ambition, and your profoundly practical nature. You're the ones who build empires, climb corporate ladders with relentless determination, and thrive on seeing tangible results from your hard work. Security, achievement, and a clear path forward are your guiding stars. You love structure, you embrace responsibility, and you're driven by a deep desire to make a lasting impact. So, what kind of roles would send a well-meaning Capricorn running for the hills? We're talking about jobs that completely contradict these core strengths. Jobs that offer zero opportunity for growth, are chaotic by nature, or simply feel pointless. We're going to discuss the types of jobs first, focusing on the pain points for a Capricorn, and then, only then, will I reveal the specific job that embodies these frustrations. Think of it like a cosmic riddle. Are you ready? Let's jump into our first career curse. Our first worst job category for Capricorns is all about stagnation. Imagine a job where you feel like you're running on a treadmill, you're expending a lot of energy, but you're not actually going anywhere. Capricorns, by their very nature, are climbers. They need to see a clear path ahead, a ladder to ascend, a mountain to conquer. They crave progress, they demand advancement, and they thrive on the idea of building something bigger, better, and more impactful over time. So, what happens when you put a Capricorn in a role that offers absolutely no upward mobility? No promotions, no new responsibilities, no opportunity to learn new skills or take on leadership. It's like building a magnificent, sturdy bridge, only to realize it leads to a cliff edge. The very foundation of a Capricorn's professional satisfaction crumbles under such conditions. They might perform the tasks diligently, because that's just how they're wired, but deep down, a profound sense of frustration and unfulfillment will fester. This isn't about avoiding hard work. Capricorns are arguably the hardest workers of the zodiac. But their hard work needs a purpose, a destination. They need to know that their efforts today are contributing to a better, more prosperous, or more influential tomorrow. If the work is purely transactional, if it's repetitive without a larger goal, or if it feels like you're just treading water in a vast, unchanging ocean, a Capricorn will quickly lose their spark. They see effort as an investment, and they need to see a return on that investment, whether it's in skills, status, or financial gain. Without that, it's simply wasted energy. They don't just want to do work, they want their work to matter. They want to feel like they're part of something larger, a system they can optimize, improve, and eventually lead. A role that strips them of this potential, that confines them to a perpetual entry-level position with no clear progression, is truly a form of slow career torture for them. They would rather face a monumental challenge with a clear reward than a comfortable rut with no exit. So, what is this first job that epitomizes the dead-end, monotonous nightmare for a Capricorn? It's a role that often involves endless sorting, categorizing, and filing, where efficiency is key, but personal growth is an afterthought. A job where your biggest ambition might be to find a misplaced document. The first worst job for a Capricorn is file clerk. Our second career pitfall for Capricorns revolves around a fundamental clash with their need for order and control. Capricorns thrive on predictability. They are planners, strategizers, and masters of execution. They meticulously lay out their steps, anticipate challenges, and systematically work towards their goals. They love a good plan, and they stick to it. Now, imagine throwing a Capricorn into a professional environment that is the complete antithesis of this. A role where every day is a surprise, where chaos reigns, and where detailed planning is not just difficult, but often impossible. We're talking about jobs that demand constant improvisation, immediate reactions to unforeseen circumstances, and a perpetual state of flux. While Capricorns can adapt, they are resilient, after all. Prolonged exposure to such unpredictability will cause immense stress and erode their sense of confidence. They need to feel in control of their environment and their tasks. A job where they are constantly reacting to external forces, where their carefully laid plans are repeatedly derailed, will leave them feeling overwhelmed and deeply frustrated. They aren't averse to pressure, but they prefer pressure that comes from striving for a high standard within a defined framework, not from a never-ending series of unscripted emergencies. They want to be the conductor of the orchestra, not constantly chasing after runaway instruments. For a Capricorn, true mastery comes from understanding a system inside and out, from refining processes, and from building reliable structures. A job that denies them this stability, that keeps them on their toes in an ungrounded way, will feel fundamentally unstable. They won't feel like they're building anything lasting. They'll feel like they're just putting out fires, endlessly, with no end in sight. Their practical nature demands tangible results, and chaos rarely delivers that efficiently. This next job, while incredibly dynamic and vital in its own right, often operates on a knife's edge of spontaneity and high-pressure improvisation. It's a place where meticulous planning often collides with the immediate demands of the moment, and where every day can bring unexpected ingredients to the recipe. The second worst job for a Capricorn is chef. Our third contender for worst job for a Capricorn touches on their innate desire for significance and authority. Capricorns are natural leaders. They thrive when they can take charge, make decisions, and guide others towards a common goal. They want their contributions to be impactful, to genuinely move the needle. They have a strong sense of responsibility and often seek out positions where they can shoulder that weight. So, what happens when you put a Capricorn in a role where their influence is minimal, where their decisions carry little weight, or where they simply feel like a small cog in a giant, impersonal machine? It's soul-crushing for them. They need to feel that their efforts are contributing to something meaningful, that their expertise is valued, and that they have the autonomy to make a difference. A job with low responsibility or minimal impact is, for a Capricorn, a job that feels pointless. They are not content to merely follow orders without understanding the larger objective or having a say in how things are done. They want to be integral, essential. If their role feels easily replaceable, or if their daily tasks feel disconnected from any tangible outcome or organizational success, their motivation will plummet. This isn't about ego, it's about their deep-seated need for efficacy and proving their worth through concrete contributions. They want to be the architect, not just a brick in the wall. Capricorns measure their success not just by personal gain, but by the impact they have on their environment, their team, or their organization. A job where they feel their talents are underutilized, where their ambition is stifled by a lack of authority, or where they are perpetually in a supportive role without the chance to lead, will leave them feeling stagnant and profoundly undervalued. They want to do things, not just facilitate them. This next job is often seen as a gateway into many industries, a role that involves constant interaction and a friendly face, but rarely offers the kind of deep responsibility or decision-making power that a Capricorn truly craves. It's a position where you're often the first point of contact, but rarely the last word. The third worst job for a Capricorn is receptionist. Our fourth unideal career path for Capricorns delves into the realm of superficiality and a lack of intellectual stimulation. Capricorns are serious, analytical thinkers. They crave depth, they value substance, and they prefer engaging with complex problems and meaningful information. They are not easily swayed by glitz or glamour. They look for the solid foundation beneath the facade. So, what happens when you place a Capricorn in a role that primarily deals with surface-level interactions, where genuine intellectual engagement is rare, and where the focus is more on appearance or fleeting trends than on concrete results or deep understanding? They will quickly become disengaged. Their sharp minds need to be challenged, to grapple with ideas, and to process information that has weight and significance. Jobs that are overly fluffy or require constant performative interactions without much substance will bore them to tears. This isn't to say Capricorns can't be charming or engage in social niceties. Many are excellent leaders and can navigate social situations with grace. However, if the entirety of their job revolves around superficial connections, schmoozing, or the pursuit of fleeting trends, without any tangible product, analytical work, or strategic decision-making to anchor it. They will feel utterly hollow. They want to build a legacy, not just chase the latest fad. Their practicality demands a return on their mental investment. They want to solve problems, develop strategies, and contribute to lasting value. A job that is focused primarily on external perceptions, where results are subjective or ephemeral, will leave a Capricorn feeling unfulfilled and questioning the purpose of their efforts. They are seeking impact, and sometimes the more outwardly glamorous jobs can be the most devoid of true, lasting impact. This next job often sits at the intersection of creativity and industry, dealing with images, personas, and fleeting moments of public attention. It requires a keen eye for potential, but the work can often feel detached from concrete, measurable outcomes, focusing more on perception than palpable production. The fourth worst job for a Capricorn is casting director. Our final career curse for Capricorns relates to their need for clear goals, measurable progress, and a sense of tangible achievement. Capricorns are driven by objectives. They set their sights high and work relentlessly to achieve them. They need to know what they're aiming for, how they'll get there, and what success looks like. They crave the satisfaction of completing a challenging task and seeing the concrete results of their efforts. So, what happens when a Capricorn is put into a role where the objectives are vague, the progress is difficult to quantify, or the results are more about personal well-being or transformation than a tangible product or a structured outcome? While these roles are incredibly important and valuable for society, they don't always align with the Capricorn's specific need for concrete, quantifiable success. Capricorns want to climb a mountain, not just wander aimlessly in a beautiful, but undefined landscape. They are disciplined, yes, and they understand the value of incremental improvement. But their discipline is usually towards a clearly defined goal. If the goal is constantly shifting, or if the success metrics are nebulous, a Capricorn might struggle to maintain their inherent drive. They thrive on the sense of accomplishment that comes from a completed project, a financial milestone, or a recognized achievement within a structured hierarchy. This isn't to say Capricorns can't be empathetic or supportive. They can be incredibly loyal and dedicated mentors. But in a professional capacity, their underlying drive is towards systematic achievement and measurable impact. If the primary focus of the job is on guiding others through a process where the tangible result is often personal growth rather than a concrete deliverable, it might feel less fulfilling for their specific Capricorn nature. They want to build something solid, something that can be clearly seen and assessed. This last job involves a great deal of discipline, motivation, and the ability to guide others. However, the product is often deeply personal, and the advancement paths within this field might not always offer the traditional corporate climb or the tangible, large-scale impact that truly satisfies a Capricorn's ambitious soul. The fifth worst job for a Capricorn is personal trainer. And there you have it, the 5 career curses for our diligent, ambitious Capricorns. While every individual is unique and these are broad astrological generalizations, understanding these underlying preferences can be incredibly valuable when navigating your career path. Remember, Capricorns thrive when they can apply their discipline, ambition, and practical nature to clear goals, with opportunities for growth and a profound sense of tangible achievement. If your current role falls into any of these worst job categories, it might be time for a cosmic career audit. What do you think? Are you a Capricorn who's experienced these frustrations? Or perhaps you've found a way to make one of these jobs work for you. Let us know in the comments below. We love hearing your insights. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more astrological career guidance, and share it with the Capricorns in your life who might need a little professional enlightenment. Until next time, keep climbing those mountains, Capricorns. Your destiny awaits.